Hello, my name is Maja Cicko. I am the head of the local action group Sava. What I see on our territory is that many people in Croatia live in energy poverty, and they don't even realize it. They don't know that the conditions that they are living in are actually energy poverty. We would like people to become more aware of the importance of good insulation, windows, having good windows, and quality heating, and how much influence those items actually have on the quality of their lives. We would really love to for them to know that, because they really don't know. It is common here to heat only one room or maybe two, and the rest of the building is not heated. It is also important for us to educate as many people as possible about the possibility of using energy from renewable sources. In our area, we have mostly family houses, but also apartment buildings. Not very much apartments, the older ones. Now the new builds, they are building new apartment buildings with for many people and many apartments. But actually, characteristics from the past is smaller houses, smaller apartments. Unfortunately, most of them do not have modern insulation, only plaster on the outer covering, if even that. Many of them don't even have that, it's just a brick, because in the old times, mostly all of the houses were made either from wood or brick. Most of these buildings are older than 50 years. Even the windows don't meet today's standards. Of course, all new buildings that are built now meet all energy requirements, because they have to, it's the law. But old buildings, unfortunately, are. Some areas do not have the possibility of connecting buildings to gas, which is conventional heating, source of the heating. So people are heating their houses with wood, oil, or some other energy source that they have access to. In this way, they usually heat only one room where the stove is located, and do not have the distribution of heating installation through the building most often. Or they have the installation, but they don't have the money to heat all of the building, every single room in the house. Installation of a solar power plant is not efficient enough unless the building is isolated from the outside, and if they don't have good windows. So they're in some they have really big problems, because they cannot finance everything. If they put only isolation, in few years that they will be paying off the debt, or collecting money to do something else, that isolation will be not thick enough to new standards that are changing probably every few years. So finances are the biggest. I think those would be the older buildings in which one or only a few rooms are heated, either because there is no heating installation through the building, or because they cannot afford to heat the entire building due to large heat losses that occur because of the poor insulation, windows, non-isolated attic and floor. So it's buildings like that, and it also I think it is the problem with household appliances, which are big consumers of energy, and people don't have enough money to replace them, and they are not like in A grade, but G, or even less. So they're like, actually, finances are the biggest problem, because if you have the money, you will buy new appliances, you will make your house more isolated, and everything will be better. Your quality of life will be much better, but people are just don't have. They need to pay bills and and other expenses of life, and many people can't afford that, and it's not their priority. So they manage. So they're like in some kind of circle, and they cannot get out of it. I think that in winter months, we have more diseases because of the hot and cold places in the houses, and also we have problem with mold, so allergies and all other respiratory diseases that are connected to the mold. Also, high energy bills let people into that vicious circle where even if they want to change something, they often do not have the finances to do so because of the energy poverty and because they don't have better appliances that can consume less energy, and they have large energy losses through the entire building because of the bad insulation, roof, flooring, stuff. They just have high utility bills, and they don't have enough money to invest into something new, and they're simply in that circle that they're just trying to live, and they cannot afford a better standard of living. I think our role is primarily to educate as many people as possible through this renovation project also about what energy poverty actually is, because they need to be aware that they are actually in that situation. As our members of our NGO are local self governments, we are giving them all of those informations. We are informing them about all the opportunities that are provided through various standards and through education and the establishment of energy communities. We are encourage them to establish energy communities, since we are now also aware that this is something good, and we have few of them in Croatia, and Regia is helping us to. They are educating us, and we are educating them. All of that in order to reduce energy poverty in their area, and also in our area, because we have 11 local governments in our local action. I think that the most important thing is to provide funds for the energy renovation of buildings with the highest possible percentage of co-financing, because people don't have, if you actually do have something that they can applicate, and you don't give them in very high percentage of co-financing, they don't have their own money to finish the project. So I think that is very important, and starting from local communities and going up, I think that they should all have some sort of arrangement. For example, if a local community can some sort of finances to provide new appliances for people of their area, and they give money for new appliances, and on some higher level ministry or I don't know, on government, I mean, we do have some of them, but it needs more to put solar energy and other sources of energy. So they really just need to cooperate, and everything will be okay. Because if you only change your appliances, you won't get far. And if you only put solar plant on your house, it's not really much of the impact. You really need the whole package to have better quality of life. In this RENOVERTY project, our goal now is also to um, help establish an energy community. And through our strategy, we would like to finance them a solar power plant. So this is our main goal right now. We are trying to find a way to make it happen, because in Croatia we only have three energy communities, and right now the last one that is established, it managed to establish, but it's not functioning at the moment. They are not producing and sharing energy. So we are waiting to see how this will go, to use them as example, and on their example to make our own. I think that the most important thing to change the world, to do any impact, is education, and education from the early ages. If we want to do better world, and if we want to do changes, we really need to work from our kids, from school, from the kindergarten. If we want more energy efficiency, let's talk about that in kindergartens, because they will tell that to their parents. Let's talk about that in schools. Not only that, also about waste, recycling, everything. We need to really start in the kindergartens, and new generations need to know that, because we have a saying that you cannot teach new tricks to the old horse. So many our older people in Croatia, I don't know, probably everywhere, they are not really, they don't embrace new ideas easily. So education from the early age, I think that will make our world much better.